Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the March 18th race event. So this is the first round of the season, although it was meant to be the second, but the actual first round got cancelled due to rain. So we're here for the second one. This is now. We're about to go out for qualifying here, going out third. Just waiting, and here we go, heading out on tracks. There is 17 people at this race event, so it was vital to get a good lap in early while you have clean air. So we're going out here, just getting some tyre warming. We're getting green flag there, which just means to, speed up a bit, make sure everybody gets out on track before you have to come around again. But we're just trying to get some heat into the tyres. It's a Friday, so it wasn't, the carts wouldn't have been run a lot, and it's a night time, so even if they were, the track would have cooled down, the tyres, the carts would have cooled down, so we just got to warm everything up again, get ready to go. So we're rolling around the final few corners here to start our first laps, again getting the green flag. Spread out a bit from the carts in front, just to give yourself enough of a gap so that if they do happen to be slower than you, you don't end up right behind them and ruin your lap. So around the final corner here we actually get a red flag because someone's cart broke down. So we're now waiting here, but because we got everyone to cross the line, it means we get an extra warm-up lap. So it's a 5-lap qualifying, but we've got 2 warm-up out laps because of that red flag. We're going to roll around for another lap, make sure everything is completely up to temperature, which is really good because it means that you can just do a fast lap, make sure everything's up to temperature properly, and if it's not, then you can do some more warming up. But I felt like my car was nice and warm, ready to go, so again, come around the final few corners to start my first flying lap. And in the final corner, across the line, into turn 1, small key thing, and straight for turn 1, hug the apex, out to the red and white there, small, it's quite a tight line into both of these corners, get through the hairpin, early apex, hug it, same for the second hairpin, we're going to be right out so that we can early apex, for that one, right outside again, early apex, hug the corner, through here it's flat around here, all the way through to here, try not to go out too wide here, so for this, and then here you want to hit both of those apexes very tight, because if it's a race then you just dive down there. So again, right out to the outside wall, around the final corner, late apex, and across the line. That's my first lap completed. I was like, okay, look, there's a big gap here, I can go for another push lap, because I know I made a few mistakes on that first lap, could have been faster. So we're pushing to get another timed lap. You can see I'm slowly catching the cart in front, but that's okay. There was still a bit of a gap messed up there, so I was like, oh, okay, well this lap is going to be a throwaway lap again. But I kept going fast because you don't want things to cool down too much, so I kept it. There was still a gap to the cart in front, but if you can see there, the one with the white helmet, that is Jordan Durrington. He is one of the fast ones. He is catching up to back markers here. So now I saw that, I backed off a bit here. So now I got a gap and I decided to start pushing again for this lap, see if I could get one more push lap in. Because that's all you really need, is just that one good lap, and you've got a good qualifying position. But if you can't get one good lap in, then you're done. So here again, caught up to back markers, and there was carts behind me, so I couldn't slow down properly. Decided to give a bit of a gap, see if I could just hold off for a second, try and get a small gap, but then so did the cart in front, so caught back up to him. Shaking my head there, I'm annoyed because I know that I could have gotten a good lap if I hadn't caught up to back markers. So now this is just a game of getting through the back markers as quick as possible. The cart behind me, I was trying to tell them to get back, so that I could back off, but they weren't doing that, they were staying right behind me, which is fair enough. It was probably not easy to tell what I was doing, race, but the back marker runs out wide there, so I decided to try and go for a move, and he turns on me and I accidentally put him in the wall there, so I apologise there, and I apologise to him after the race as well, because it was a pretty hard hit into the wall. So here we go then, rolling around. I was like, yes, okay, one more lap, I've got a good lap, I've got a good gap. So we cross the line, gonna go for another push lap into turn 1, very clean through there, staying nice and tight there, good apex there, small tap on the barrier, that's okay, right on the apex there, early apex hugging it, a bit wide into the first hairpin, nice to the second hairpin, now going into this sweeping corner here, and I caught up again, slower carts. I just couldn't get another full lap in, another full clean lap in, because of all the back markers on track. As I said, there's 17 carts and it's not a very long track, so people bunch up quite a lot, and that's the checkered flag there. So the top 10 qualifying was Liam Hayward on pole, Jordan Darrington 2nd, Jude Livermore 3rd, Cooper Stewart 4th, I was 5th, Geelong 6th, Geelong Hay Bartlam 6th, Harrison Wickerman 7th, Marcus Lim 8th, Terrell Stockman 9th, and Zachary Naylor in 10th. So as we roll around here to come back into the pits. So in front of me there, that is Geelong. He is in my Enduro team along with Harrison. So hopefully there will be some Enduro events up here and you'll see them. Just roll around here to get back into the pits. I know that it wasn't, I could have done better. My time was a 41.010, which is a pretty good lap, but I know it could have been better. So coming into the pits here.
Jordan Darrington, Jude Livermore, that's your top 3. Cooper Stewart was 4. Maxwell, 5th. Callum Maxwell, Junior London Hay Bucks was 6.
Okay, so here we are for race 1, as I said, qualifying P5. So we're going to head out on track. You can see there the cart with the flashing yellow light stick, that is the safety cart. So it's a rolling start for us here. We all stack up behind the safety cart. And we have one lap, where there's one roll-up lap. Warm up the tyres, get the carts ready, so obviously they would have had a bit of a break. So things would be cooled down, so we just weave, get some heat to the tyres, and bunch up the pack. Get the engines warmed up as well, because you need a warm engine for it to perform right. So we've got to warm everything up, get ready to go. So as I said, rolling start. So what we do is we do this one lap behind the safety cart. The safety cart will pull into the pits at the end of the lap, and the person on pole will then essentially be the safety car as they roll around the final corner, and then they will decide when the field goes. But you cannot pass until the timing line. There is a timing line and you cannot pass until then, but as soon as you're past that you can then go for moves, but that is really only for forward direction. This is reverse direction here, but reverse direction the timing line is just after the last corner, whereas in forward direction it's just before the first corner, because in forward direction obviously the last corner in reverse is first and forward. So you have to, so the leader will go a lot earlier than you can actually pass. So there's the timing line there. So now we're officially racing. We've got the green flags. Cooper Stewart going for the move down the inside on Jude Livermore. Into turn 1, he's going to get it. I'm going to try and go for the move, but I'm just going to not be able to do it. I back off there, try and get back into the line, because I know that right behind me is Geelong, and he will immediately go for that move if there is a gap. If you end up getting pushed out wide, the first thing you need to do is just try and get back into the line, because it's especially at the start, the carts are all very bunched up in a line, and if you move out of that, you will just get everyone will just bunch in, and you will be stuck. So here now, running still in 5th, going around the final corner to complete the lap. To complete lap 1, Geelong is still right behind me, and I'm still trying to stick on the back of Jude Livermore, but he is a very fast racer. So it was a bit of a struggle, but I managed to stay on him for now. Cooper Stewart there trying to go for the move on Jordan Darrington. Liam Hayward has disappeared out in front. He is last year's champion. He is a very great racer. That was not English. Down the inside, Jude Livermore has a small collision with Cooper Stewart, but cannot get past. Into the last corner. There is nothing between the 3 carts in front, which is 2nd to 4th. As I said, Liam Hayward on first going. I'm going for the move down on Jude Livermore. He just shows me the wall again. First thing I need to do is get back into the line. There's no way that I am letting the carts behind get past because I couldn't pass. Because as I said, it's one big straight line. You immediately have to get in behind. But after that move, I've lost the carts in front a bit. So now my main goal is making sure to not let anyone behind me past. Through the final corner again, crossing the line. As you can see, the carts in front sort of disappearing a bit, gapped me a bit, but I'm really trying to make sure that I don't let Geelong past, but also Harrison. They're both quite close in pace to me, so I know that. So I knew it was going to be a bit of a struggle to keep him behind, but I have managed to do it so far. I'm slowly catching up to the carts in front again though, as Jude and Cooper start battling. Jude goes wide there, and I'm right back on the back of them now, really trying to get past Jude, get up into 4th. Is he going to go for the move on Cooper? No, he's not. Cooper's gapped him a bit there. Right on the back. Is he going to go for the move down the inside? Yes, he is, but then he's going to have the out. He's not going to get the inside line for the next corner. Cooper Stewart's going to stay in 3rd place there. Jude Livermore clearly faster than him here, but Cooper doing an amazing job at defending, keeping him behind. Passing a back marker there. Luckily when they got the blue flag they moved right out of the way, which is good because sometimes they won't do that. Sometimes they'll get the blue flag and they won't get out of the way immediately. But again, Jude Livermore trying to get past Cooper Stewart, just can't do it. Oh, I ran out a bit wide there. Small mistake through that corner. Into the last corner now. Very wide. Wolf made a few mistakes in that final sector, looking behind me to make sure Long isn't right on the back of me. There's another back marker, basically just stops on track for us to get past. But it was probably better because they were heading for an apex, so it's better than them just taking the corner, holding us up more. Could have gotten them a penalty, but so far the back markers have been very good. We've passed them all very easily. They've not given us too much trouble, because that is always the risk when there's a lot of people on track, is if you've got those back markers that are maybe new to racing and they get the blue flag and they don't know how to get out of the way properly. But luckily there was no bad back markers in this race. We just got past them very easily. They made sure to get out of our way, so that was good. Whoa, crashed there, nearly didn't see it, just managed to get around it. That was very close. Coming around that corner, there was no yellow flags up when I got down there. So I was going to go through that corner and they were like right where you start driving, so I had to quickly get around them there. But I managed to do it, which is lucky because if I had hit them, then that would have been catastrophic. Last lap sign there. This is the final lap of the race. As you can see, gap sort of grew to the carts in front. Didn't manage to pass them, but I also didn't lose any positions, so I finished 5th overall. I finished 5th, so that was a good race in my books. Didn't lose any positions, and I'm still 5th out of 17, which is very good. Just roll around the final few corners here, catching up to another back marker, but not going to have the time to pass him. Just come around the final corner, get the checkered flag, finish in 5th. So the top 10 is Liam Hayward finished 1st, with Jordan Durrington finishing 2nd, and Cooper Stewart in 3rd, Jude Livermore 4th, I was 5th, Geelong was 6th, Harrison was 7th, Zachary Naylor was 8th, 9th was Terrell Stockman, and 10th was Marcus Lim. So we'll roll around for our cool down lap here, coming back into the pits after this lap. You can see Jude and Liam congratulating each other there. Good racing from them. There's Geelong behind me. It's a good race from everyone there. happy with my performance there. Got Harrison going in behind me there, Geelong next to me. Taking the seatbelt off and then just cooling down from that race. Little fist bump with Geelong there. Waiting for everyone to roll into the pits so we can get out and have a 20-minute break. So here we go. After the break, this is our second and final race of the day. Going out 5th again, but with Jude Livermore in front of me this time. So again, rolling starting behind the safety cart, warming everything up, because again, we've had a break, cool down. Nearly spinning it there. Had to slam on the brakes while I was, while I had the wheel turned. It's never a good thing. Here we go, rolling through the final few corners. Getting ready to start the second race. My goal for this race was to just move up. I just wanted to at least pass someone, make an overtake, get up into at least 4th. So here we go, rolling down the final straight, slowing right down so everyone can be bunched up. Liam Hayward punches it and away we go. For the second race into turn 1, I was going to go for the move on Jude, but backed out of it, decided it wasn't a good idea because I was going to be on the outside here. I was just going to get put in the wall. There was no chance that move was going to work, so Jude again, faster than Cooper Stewart, trying to get past. But at the start, everyone being very bunched up, it's quite hard to get past people. Jude Livermore looking for the move. Every corner looking to the inside, seeing if he could make it. Liam Hayward already starting to gap Jude Livermore. Jordan Darrington, I'm going to look for the move on Jude, but just couldn't get the nose in there. Rolling around, finishing the final lap. Cooper going slightly defensive into turn 1, keeping Jude behind for now. Jude Livermore into the hairpins, very close to Cooper Stewart. Can he make the move? No, he can't. He's staying behind. And again, like I said, my goal was to just pass someone, but as you can see here, they started to move away a bit again. That's just them. When you're right behind someone, they do pull you along a bit. But here we go. Jude Livermore down the inside on Cooper Stewart. Nicely done. I get the run on Cooper Stewart now. I'm going to go for the move down the inside into turn 1. Going to send it, run him out to the wall, make sure he backs out, and I got the move up into 4th. Now all I had to do was keep Cooper behind, because I know that he can pass pretty easily. So my goal was to keep him behind. I was now looking because I had a feeling I could maybe pass Jude, so I was looking for that. Maybe I could get up into 3rd. Across the line again. Jude Livermore not gapping me that much, still a bit of a gap, but wasn't too big. I wasn't feeling like, it didn't feel like Cooper was behind me, so I was, I stopped focusing on him, started pushing to try and pass Jude. So we again coming through the final few corners. Perfectly on both of the apexes, a little bit wide, but I kept it. Small mistake there. Then I was looking, and it looked like there was a few carts stopped there, and there was a red flag. So we slow down here. Everyone stops on track, and right here That's Geelong there, and that's Haz there. So this is the Enduro team all stopped on track together.
I saw it. I'm so happy I got Cooper. Did you see my move? Did you see the move? What?
So that was a very broken conversation between us there. Obviously it's hard to hear. Now in these races, if there's a red flag, what happens is we all roll around to just before the timing line, so just before the final corner in this direction. So it's essentially a VSC as we roll around to line up for a standing start. So it's a rolling start at the start of the races, but if there's a red flag, then we do standing starts, and we all line up. Green flag, once it drops, we then, we drive off. So we've got to go slow here. Every single place we pass, they tell us to slow down, but I don't think we could slow down anymore because otherwise we'd be stopped. So we're rolling around here to line up. Again, being ushered to slow down. Everyone lining up here. So this is, like I said, essentially a VSC. So if there is any lapped carts, they will get put behind, back in their positions. So here we are, all lined up, all 17 of us, ready to restart this race. I have to put my visor up anytime we stop because it fogs up. But here we go, green flag. Not getting an amazing launch, dude. Just getting away. I was going to look for the move again, rolling up into turn 1, but again backed out. There's no point going there because again, just going to be showing the wall there. There's no way you're going to get past around the outside there. The top 3 now very bunched up again, and this is where it's going to get interesting for them. And now the carts behind me are very close as well, so I've got to make sure that I'm not making mistakes so that they don't pass me. So I believe that was the checkered flag there for the second race. So I finished that race in 4th, and that put me 4th overall. So the overall top 10 was Liam Haywood first with getting 75 points, then Jordan Durrington second getting 63 points, Jude Livermore third getting 53 points, I was 4th with 45 points, Cooper Stewart was 5th with 43 points, Geelong Hay Bartlam was 6th with 39 points, Harrison Wickerman 7th, 34 points, Zachary Naylor 8th, 28 points, Terrell Stockman 9th with 27 points, and Marcus Lim 10th with 24 points. So that's how this this event finished. I was very happy with that. A few thumbs up to people. Was definitely happy with getting an actual overtake, because sometimes you might get overtakes because people, you know, they spin, they crash, but when you actually overtake someone, you go for a move on them, it always feels really good. Just a little, you know, fist bump there to fist just in the air to my sister and my dad there. Coming to the light to, you know, stop. I'm gonna congratulate Jude here on his move on Cooper, because it was a very good move. But yeah, so that's this event. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos. And yeah, see you next time.